Some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it out, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more.
Come on, my peoples, man. We're there. Yeah, another one. Consistency is the key. I say that every time. Yeah, it's my second time today. We got to make it 3 times before man stop. Yeah, 3 times a day. Cool, man. Let's start off with a big one. Mbuemo, 70 million bid by Tottenham. What is going on? I thought we had Mbuemo wrapped in the bag. 70 million bid. Apparently by the Mirror. The Mirror is meant to be reliable, but I think it's individuals. It's about who. It's about who basically reports it. It's crazy. Tottenham Hotspur have expressed an interest in signing Mbuemo. It remains to be seen whether Tottenham are willing to enter a bidding war with Man United, and that's from Telly Football. That's the one on the right I'm reading, by the way. Yeah, Sam Dean, because that was the first one. I should have switched it up really, but the bid is the main thing, so I thought I'll put it first. But Sam Dean put that on the straight away earlier on. That Tottenham are looking a little bidding war, but it remains to be seen. And then straight away, recently, Darren Lewis has come out of nowhere. Mirror from Darren. Tottenham will fight Manchester United for Mbuemo and have made a 70 million bid to try and hijack his move to Old Trafford. Spurs are understood to be closer to Brentford's valuation of their player, although Mbuemo is still leaning towards a United move. Thomas Frank believes he can persuade him to stay in London. So look at that. Tottenham's come out here and bidded 70 million for Mbuemo. We were sitting there haggling with a few millions with them. So we were sitting there, probably 65 million they wanted. Now Tottenham's gone and bidded 70 million. What does that do for us? That puts us in a mad place now where we might have to bid 70 now just to match it. Even if though he doesn't want to go to Thing, he might not even want to go to Spurs. He just wants to go to United. But because their bid is 70, Brentford will say, we accept you. We don't accept you, United. United, you've got to match the bid to be able to get Mbuemo. So Mbuemo might be sat there and saying, I'm not going to Tottenham. But Brentford's accepted the bid. And Man United are not matching the bid that they want, the number that they want. This is crazy, man. It's put us in an awkward position, man. Every United fan I know had Mbuemo already in their starting 11s. Mbuemo, Cunha, behind, who are we going to get a striker? That was our next move. Who are we going to get a striker was nothing to do with, oh, have we wrapped up Mbuemo yet? Have we? Nah. So we're just going backwards, if anything, because now we're sitting there stressing about, are we even going to get Mbuemo? It's gone from who's going to be our striker. Is it going to be a Gyokeres? Is it going to be a Osmhen? Is it going to be a Ekitike? All of these people. Now we're sitting there and we're thinking about, are we even going to get Mbuemo? Someone that we made contact with 2 weeks ago, bidded already, it got rejected, and now we're still haggling over a few millions. This is crazy, man. This is madness. Crazy, bro. And then Ben Jacobs came out earlier and said, although Tottenham have stepped up their interest in Mbuemo, the conversations are not advanced. Brentford want in excess of 60 million, and then Mbuemo's preferred option is still Manchester United. Spurs made aware of this, but before Thomas Frank joined, a lot will depend on whether United meet the valuation. Spurs prepared to better Man United's rejected 45 plus 10 offer if given encouragement, but they also have Semenyo and Diblin on their list. So look at that. That's earlier. Ben Jacobs has come out and said Spurs are willing to better the 45 million that Man United made. So Spurs were they already looked at that and said, listen, we value him more. We're not coming for no games. But Mbuemo doesn't want them. But because they've got their manager now, Thomas Frank, if they can sit there and think, this guy's on a joke thing, they're taking long Man United, Thomas Frank might be able to persuade him to come true. Who knows? But look, you've got to look at what it says there. The preferred option is still Manchester United, and Spurs are made aware of this. But it's like they're still knocking on the door because of Frank. So what's going on? Or is this all a smoke screen, just making Man United bid more? Is this all a Brentford just, you know what I'm saying, sending out info to their agents? Yo, pull it out there that Tottenham are bidded. Pull it out there, blah, blah, blah. And if you look at the right one, it says from Sky Sports, CHEF, whatever his name is, Bryan Mbuemo is still leaning towards Manchester United, who are expected to go back in with a fresh offer. So look at that. That's two different journalists now. Not even two, three. Ben Jacobs is saying Spurs are made aware of this, that Man United is the preferred option. Sky Sports CF is saying Mbuemo is still leaning towards Manchester United, who are expected to go back in with a fresh offer. And then you've got the guy that actually leaked the bid, the guy that wrote about it, put an article out saying, yep, they've bidded. In his bid, he's still saying Manchester United, Mbuemo is still leaning towards Manchester United move. Darren Lewis, he's still saying that. So that's three different people are still saying Mbuemo is leaning towards Manchester United. So Mbuemo wants United. United just got to go and bid, and then we've got Mbuemo. But it's like we're haggling over a bit of money. Who knows how much it is? Is it 5 million? Is it 10? Is Brentford being stupid? Are they saying they want 75 mil package? We don't know. But yeah. So this Darren Lewis guy, he's the one that broke the story. 70 million bid to try and hijack the move. Basically, Tottenham's looking at it like all they can do is outbid us because he doesn't want to go there. He's already rejected them. So let's just outbid them, and then from there, let's see where it goes, type of thing. Because if we've outbidded them and they don't bid or they haggle with the price, Mbuemo stuck with a choice now. We've got Tottenham there. We've accepted their bid. Do you want to go Tottenham and play Champions League or stay with us, Brentford, for next season? We've lost our manager. We don't even know who the manager's going to be. He's going to, you know what I'm saying? They're putting him in a position where he can actually go. So it's a bit crazy, man. We were sitting there talking about strikers all week. We thought Mbuemo's wrapped up, Cunha's wrapped up. It's all good. And then you've got Tottenham playing games. You understand? They've got their manager yesterday, and then look, today, bam, 70 million bid. The next day, what is going on? This is crazy, man. And then we've got another article that came out not too long ago, and this is from the Mirror. So maybe it's the same article. Who knows? Tottenham have launched a 70 million bid to hijack Man United's move. That was 38 minutes before. Spurs offer 65 plus 5 in add-ons. Okay. And then obviously it's come out. Man United have already made 2 bids for Mbuemo. We haven't made 2 bids. We've made 1 that I'm aware of. Maybe I'm wrong. If someone can see where we've made 2 bids, please put it in the chat or let man know. But I don't think we've made 2 bids. The most recent of which was 60 million package worth 55 plus 5 million in add-ons last week, which Brentford refused to accept. As things stand, it is unlikely United will pay more for Mbuemo than the 60 million package they spent on Matheus Cunha. So what this person is saying, the same person that leaked it is, Tottenham's come in and said 70 million bid as a whole package. We've had 2 bids, and our last bid was we're going to pay a 60 million package max for Mbuemo. I don't remember hearing we had a second bid, so I don't even know about that. So it could be all gas, it could be all mad. But yeah, so I don't know about that. But Tottenham, the main thing is Tottenham have made a 70 million bid. We don't know if it's true. No one else has verified it that I can see. I've just seen it from him. Everyone else has basically just said Man United are still up front. He's the only one that's come and said there's a 70 million bid for Mbuemo. No one else has said it. So we're going to see how things develop today, because something could come from this, something might not. It might just be jazz. Who knows? But I hope it's fake. I hope there was no bid. I hope this is just smoke screen. Brentford trying to do 1s and 2s with agents make them pull up the price so that Man United gets spooked. Oh my God, they've bidded. What's going to happen? We might lose him. It goes a bit mad, and then they go there and just pay the 70 mil because they're saying 70 million package. And we bidded, was it 45 plus 5 or something like that? 55 plus 5, I think it was, or something dumb. So obviously they're looking at us and saying, yo, do you not want Mbuemo or not? And Tottenham really do want him, but he already rejected them. He rejected Tottenham, he rejected Newcastle, and he rejected Tottenham, Newcastle, Arsenal, sorry. That's the 3 clubs he rejected. But obviously this is before Thomas Frank went there. And then we sit there sometimes and think, Gyokeres will come to United because of Ruben. Ruben made him who he is. And Mbuemo, Thomas Frank made him who he is. So we never knew Mbuemo before Thomas Frank. So he could have a say. Do you know what I mean? And Mbuemo put him on Instagram today. Thank you for everything, boss. Everyone's taking that to context. Like, oh, what's that about? Is he going to follow him? And blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, it's a sticky one. We'll see anyway. Thomas Frank believes he can persuade him to stay in London. So we'll see if that happens. It looks like Mbuemo wanted his dream move to Manchester United. He rejected everyone. He let us know this 2 weeks ago, and we're still haggling with prices. I don't know how much it is. I hope it's not nothing mad. I hope this whole thing is just fake. It comes out later. There was no bid. Or even if there was a bid, he wants Manchester United. But then it's like, if there was a bid and the bid is 70 million, what's Brentford going to accept now? They're going to say some people are coming in for 70 million and we're rejecting them. It gives them a bit more power in the bargaining, the negotiations now. You got Tottenham coming in for 70 million. Say they reject it now. United know what's the point now. We have to go there with more if we want him. So that's why it's a bit techie, man. It was only us in for him with dilly-dallied. And then now look, you got Tottenham bidding or whatever they're doing. It's just stupid. It's just dumb that this is even happening. 45 plus 10. That's what got rejected from us. So that was 55 million package. And now it's 70 million. So that's 15 million more. Let's see if it gets accepted or rejected. We'll be interested to know. And then we've got this information that came out earlier about Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen's Manchester United have reopened talks to sign Victor Osimhen. And that's from Get French Football News, which is kind of a good page. It just says all the French stuff, the French news. Obviously, Victor Osimhen plays in Galatasaray, which is in Turkey, but they just talk about everything. And then a guy called Seb Nonda came out earlier and said Victor Osimhen is now back at the centre of renewed talks with Manchester United, which have recently resumed around the terms discussed a few weeks ago. A 12 million euros salary for the striker and a 75 million compensation package, including bonuses for Napoli. So that's what he wants. Is Ineos going to pay that? Remember, we've lowered our wage bill. This is the guy we should be going for, though. Forget all these other strikers. We should be going for Victor Osimhen. Real talk. He's the best striker out there, out of all of them. Yeah, I would say any of the Victors can do. Gyokeres, Osimhen, they're both good enough, but he's the one, man. He scores headers, left foot, right foot, whatever. A lot of them can't do all of that. Do you understand? But it says we've opened talks. I'm going to wait for someone more familiar to comment on it. That's when I'm going to come back and report on it. I'm not going to report on it now too much because I don't know if this is true or not. It's a guy called Seb Nonda. I've never heard of him in my life. And Get French News, which just reports on whatever. And the details, I didn't click into it to know. So yeah, Osimhen offer. Manchester United seem like onto. We're definitely in for a striker. We've known that. Everyone's reported that. Man United want a striker. So who's going to be the striker that we get? We've got Gyokeres news coming out every day. There's drama with Arsenal. We've got Osimhen news coming out now. Ekitike news came out earlier. Or was it yesterday? That we were in for yesterday, sorry. Ekitike. Plettenberg spoke about that. And he's from Germany as well. So we're definitely going to get a striker. It's just who we're going to get. Obviously, the lap rejected us. But this is what I'm saying. It just gets our mind like it's crazy. How much deals are we working on at the same time? We're trying to sell Anthony and all of these guys. and then at the same time we're trying to buy players as well. It's crazy, man. We got Omarr Berada, the CEO of Manchester United. He came out earlier and he said, if a player isn't willing to join because Manchester United aren't in the Champions League, then they likely wouldn't want them anyway. So if you don't want to come to Manchester United because we're Manchester United, you want to come because we're in the Champions League, we probably don't want you anyway, type of thing. That's what he's saying. So that's what Omarr Berada said. He's the CEO. And yeah, that's something nice. That's something good to say, to be honest. Because you should just want to play for us. And that's what Cunha's done. Cunha's seen how shit he is. Shit we are, sorry. Wolves are finished on top of us. I swear they did. I swear Wolves even finished on top of us. Like, he could have went to anywhere. Arsenal was interested. Newcastle. All of these places. The same thing with Mbuemo. A lot of teams are interested in these players and they're saying, I want to go to Manchester United. Give me the 10. Give me the number 10. Rashford's number. I'm going to show you that I deserve to be here. I want to put their attention on me. That's what Cunha's saying. Yeah? Like, he's not sitting there and, I'm coming for a wage, or it's a bidding war, and then he just picked us for the highest wage. He made it clear, I want to go to Manchester United. And then he spoke and said this. When they've asked him this today, they said, on the poor season that Man United had, he says, I know it was a hard season for everyone, but I think my decision shows a lot what this club is to me. He said he's been a Manchester United fan since he was a baby. He used to watch it in Brazil. And that's his own words there. He's saying that the season was hard season for everyone. He's a fan. Maybe he was supporting us the whole way as well. But I think my decision shows a lot what this club is to me. So what he's saying is evident. He loves Manchester United. He's coming here to show us how much he loves Manchester United. He's not coming here to play no games. Oh, I'm just going there for a paycheck. Let's lose every week now. These are the players that we need. These type of players with this mentality. So I'm happy that he said that, man. He's come out and, do you understand? He could have went anywhere. He could have went to a Champions League team, a team playing Europa or anything. He said, no, I'm going to Manchester United. And he confirmed that quick. There was no dilly-dallying, nothing. He just, Cunha's going to Man United. It was just, that was it. So, yeah, big up Cunha, man. We need some more players with his mentality. And back to this, it says, many at the club believe Joshua Zirkzee could excel in a dynamic front three with Mbuemo and Cunha on the sides. Have we even signed Mbuemo? Are we going to sign Mbuemo with all this big talk? This is what I'm saying. I was already planning Mbuemo to be here. Seems like the club was too. You know what I'm saying? But 100%, that will be a good link up. And my thing is go and get a striker. Go and get a striker, pop a number 9, and then Zirkzee can be the backup to that. Don't have Zirkzee as the first person. It's just, no, because we saw last season. He played loads of games. We still didn't score too much goals. I'm not putting it on him, of course. It wasn't Hoyland was shit, but I'm saying let's not put all that pressure on one him and then put Obi coming off the bench. No. Have Zirkzee as the backup. Let Zirkzee come off the bench and change the game. When we can't break down a team or the number 9 ain't getting the ball enough or something, or that plan's not working, the 2 defenders are too onto the number 9 or it's not working, all right, Zirkzee, come on. You're going to drop deep and collect the ball. It's it's a different tactic, it's a different plan. It's like plan B, innit? Let's switch it up. So my thing is, yeah, that sounds good with Zirkzee and Mbuemo and Cunha. If we do get Mbuemo, not all 3. But he needs to be off the bench. He needs to be second in command, Zirkzee. We can't be putting these articles out here to basically pull it out like Zirkzee's going to be the main number 9. Because he's not a number 9. He said it himself. He said he's a 9.5. So what are we doing? So yeah, like I'm saying, let's carry on with our striker search, get a striker, and then Zirkzee can come off the bench and do what he needs to do. But let's not put all the pressure on Zirkzee. No way. Let's not forget Zirkzee was involved in a lot of them games last season. Anthony. I posted this one earlier, but for those who missed it, Real Betis are now doing all they can to create a package to sign Anthony. They plan to submit a bid with incentives, including more image rights for the player and sell-on clauses, as they can't meet United's 40 million valuation or his current salary. That's from Pete Hall, 86. A lot of things he says are kind of reliable. And then Rudy Galetti, I don't know where he is, and Valentin Ferlin, they basically said Man United have set a 50 million price tag for Anthony, and that's in euros. So 50 million in euros and 40 million in pounds. It's more or less the same thing. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's the valuation. We want 40 million for Anthony. Can I see us getting 40 million for Anthony? No chance. We'll probably get a 25 to 30 or something, because he's on big wages. So they just get like 25, give us 25, get rid of him, and then yeah, we get rid of your wages, etc. I can't see them sitting around for that. No way. They're not going to do that. If we get 40 million for Anthony, oh my days, our negotiators, you got to big them up and you've got to respect them. But I can't see that happening. No chance. But yeah, man, just to summarize all the news, Real Betis are going in for Anthony, and there's a 40 million price on him. If anyone wants it, 40 million, 50 million in euros, 40 million pounds to buy him. Cunha speaks and just says that he loves Manchester United. It was a hard season for everyone, but I think my decision shows a lot what this club means to me, because he loves Manchester United. Omarr Berada, the CEO of the club, basically said any player that wants to come to any player that doesn't want to come to Manchester United and only wants to come for the Champions League, we don't want you anyway. So we want you to want to come to our club and bring this club back to the top. Do you understand? If you're not part of that and you're not on that, don't worry about it. Yeah, it's all good. It was linked to Osimhen. Man United have reopened talks to sign Victor Osimhen from Get French Football. And then we got Osimhen asking for what the wages will be and the clause and the compensation package for Napoli, 75 million, 12 million salary, all in euros. So yeah, that's come out today about Osimhen. I don't know if it's true. We're going to see how it develops, but I would love for it to be true. I think Osimhen should be our #1 striker target. No one else. Forget all it. I'll take any of the Victors. Victor Gyokeres could come in and I'll still be happy. But Osimhen should 100% be #1. I don't think there should be any striker in front of him. Literally. So yeah, that's come out today about Osimhen. French news and a guy called Sebonda. I don't know really about him to say if he's reliable or not. So yeah. Mbuemo, 70 million bid from Tottenham Hotspurs. And that was from the Mirror, Darren Lewis. And then Sam Dean spoke about it earlier and said this. This is like 3 hours before, by the way, that talking about bidding war. So it's like he just threw that in there about bidding war. He's part of the Telegraph and the Mirror. That's two different news outlets. So he said that about bidding wars. A few hours later, Darren Lewis comes out of nowhere and says 70 million bid to try and hijack move to Old Trafford. But from all these reports that's been said, all 4 of them about Mbuemo, every single one of them has more or less put Manchester United. Mbuemo is still leaning towards Manchester United move. Yeah? That's what's been coming out in every single one. He's still leaning towards the Manchester United move. Ben Jacobs, Mbuemo's preferred option is still Manchester United. Yeah? Sky Sports, Mbuemo is still leaning towards Manchester United, who are expected to go back with a fresh offer. But I just don't know how this is going to affect us. The 70 million bid. Is it going to affect us? Is it going to affect us? Because now we've got to go in there and pay 70 million to match the bid. It's crazy. Well, I'm going to wrap up anyway. I'll be back on later. Like and subscribe. You know the whole jazz. Thanks for watching. And yeah, in a bit.